Ebusia mema wakwa ba edeba tips and gist YouTube. Aha enso na ye tips and gist classroom. Enne oboade ede enache ye. Say ye fa mesua express entry a amanfo aye tips da be na yebesua da be na yebesua. Ejebo eja enya bedru. Enne ye be nkyekere afa express entry. Na eniema wo mu papa. Eti enne ye be part 1. Ye wo part 2 wo ho, part 3. And afen so part 4 no the provincial nominee program the PNP and rather ade a ye ba ha say ebetwetwe nkomo efa websites a obetimi dey application akọ countries like UK, US, Canada, Germany, Australia, Poland, Luxembourg, Netherlands and all other Schengen areas. Memamo a lot of websites and a lot of mechanics say agencies a obetimi biometrics near the ade nyina bidini nyina edromo enrada ebusia wan hwɛ saa video na wahwɛ adepa esanse ehope na abetimi da ya visa akɔ aban no ekrom aban ne na de visa ma wo etimu aya mu bisa me pese me kɔ Canada wanhwani canada.com ne adade na ebusia enye noa baabi abetimi aya visa akɔ Canada enra me de ma mo UK fo so de me de ma mo nti ebusia obia enkɔhwɛ video no ene ye betwetwe nkomo afa express entry ho a ebusia na ade a express entry no aban no nkrata ne bia work visa na work permit ne bia eti enne website a ebekɔ no Canada website na enra me de ma amo no enra me kyerɛ mo navigations no me kyerɛ sɛ wa pɛ visit kɔ baabi abekɔ wa pɛ school bo ha sei wa pɛ adwuma bo ha sei ma mo pɛ other immigrant route to say express entry pilot no bo ha sei nti ɛhɔ baako na mabɔ a ye kwa akɔhwɛ atwetwe nkomo afa express entry esan se ehɔ na eniema ni nyina egu me kyerɛ sɛ akwasi broni epesa oba ne krom a policy bia visa bia no document ɛho nsɛm ne boɔ ebedi sɛ na wɔn saka ne nyina ɛwɔ ne visa portal ne so eti sɛ wɔn sɛ me yɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ bia emisam sɛ link bɛn wɔn sɛ me yɛ Canada ɛyɛ automatically sɛ me wɔ Canada dossier wɔn sɛ me kyerɛ deɛ free UK na ɛyɛ visa ho nkyerɛkyerɛ a emisam link kɔ gov.uk enu nti na enra me yes ankyerɛkyerɛ nti free na ɛkɔ ɛwɔ sɛ obia ehu link a yɛde kɔ country bia na munja isa link we na link be na tips we use ɛyɛ one link epe na wo wiasim esan sɛ ukɔ Facebook a yɛni link bebre ɛno ane www.facebook.com ɛhɔ na de kɔ Facebook yɛni link foforo bia biem saa ne teɛ etu wo sɛ me kyerɛ de o Canada the same portal canada.ca ba just sɛ me kɔ hɔ na makɔ navigate to the express entry na me de akyerɛ wo adeɛ ene part 1 we say ebusia ye betwetwe nkomo afa the overview ye express entry ne kra eye de ade eye nkrata ben ye wi a ye different types ana say ye can say categories bi a ehya ye aban no nominate a nominate omo into different categories under the express entry ye betwetwe nkomo nso afa ho ye wi nso a ye de ani ebekwa kɔhwɛ round of invitations na eno a motivate ye ade ministerial can say invitations amoma every month bia me be yen kyerɛkyerɛ say August aban no invite nipa say July aban no invite nipa say June aban no invite nipa say ebusia ene ye be kwa kɔhwɛ ni nyina die ntia ye kɔhwɛ saa ene say ebe motivate ye na afen so ye hu obia CRS score na afen ene owie na ade akye kɔ check CRS score na won say senka August mi ye bia nka mekobi senka June mi ye bia nka mekobi iti ebusia eno nso ye de ani bekwa kɔhwɛ the round of invitations ene due ya akro ya ade a ebesa hwɛ the eligibility meka eligibility a ede na ma wo ye eligible so obeye bi iti ebusia ye hwɛ eligibility no na hwɛ na wonka ho a na ne wapɛ wo ba bi apɛ banku bi edi na wanom suo na wada ebusia ewie eligibility na afi mu amoye eligible no ade ebesua process ni nyina krenkren to krankran A to Z process ni nyina krenkren to krankran ebusia ye wie eno a na afi yesua documents a ye begada ye de beye express entry ebusia ade a ensem a mekeka nyina mabobɔ so nyina ebekɔ so enedue a ni nyina ehye part 1 no etu wan say express entry adesua no enye 1 minute video be 2 minutes video said dey na mo pese ye video go TikTok no meka say mo pese wo sua de kwa abrota TikTok no it just for information say bia ye be catch us aban no policy bi say express entry but obi na obetimi a us ane mani nyina e wo TikTok videos you need a high class education you need about 2 hours lecture so bi benya abotre aso webcam ne e kan say lighting system sine so oba be kire wade right? Na ye nyina obehu portal ne so na restrictions bia enim. Eno ti na ye ewo YouTube enti wotemenka sesia na wo TikTok a eya ade atramika na be join ye ewo YouTube. Oba na waja wo message esanse manusi pe eya ade amagye nchia na mabodi ama won so wani age. Ebusua nyame bo ochina ototobro nso nyankopon ode yen kwache ya eya ade a me wo fie enti eya ade e be ye part 2 no. Na part 2 no ye be fine ye CRS score eti ene mekeka eligibility na ene ye kwahwe round of invitation no na ho score a obia edi wini ya eya ade a bebre na be pese tips na mekra me score ye den eno ye nyame bo ochina ye gi gwa a echina eno ho dwuma ene ye bedi ye wia ye frɛ bibi NOC eno so nyame bo ochina ye beka ho asem eye the national occupation classification adwuma bia okoye wo Canada eye occupation bia wodi ko bia no Canada aban no mo nation no oma classify adwuma carpenter fo mungu sei mason fo mungu sei anesi fo nkogu sei na lawyer fo nso nkoda ha na mochreman fo nso nkoda ha ebusua wa classify enwumakuo ni nyina our friend the NOC national occupation classification na eyade a wo ye express entry na obisa wo se wo NOC ye den eti abusua eyade a wo se esua ho ade na mason ni na wo tie mi no ohu ni NOC carpenter ni no hu ni NOC nurse ni no nso hu ni NOC na obia okoye wa application a enya afi na wo be send me email abisam set tips me NOC eyade baade nti nyame bo ochina ye besua the CRS score and the NOC ebrebe mu a esanse no be yetia wan nti ebrebe mu a na magi insemfua questions and answers na ye de ebobo hu ebusua minim da mesanya ho de but part 3 no ebeba so part 3 no eho ene ye be the actual application eyade obia be create ni express entry profile ye be create account na obia register bi na afi ya fill ni obia submit ya submit area na mo a mo score no ewo form na ebia mo beda pool ni mo ache no ebusua eyade efre bibi the PNP provincial nominee program ebusua PNP ni de eye ne se province bi ewo Canada ewo se woni ni din komo na on nominate se why express entry ni bi o score form na emom o ka kira aban ne se omo de omo beji watum enti aban ne ma okwan ne bra ti sa province ni ji wutum a eyade aban ne ma 600 point e ka wo score no ho enti mo a mo score no ewo form no eyade a ebekwa kosua PNP no na ya hwe provinces biti Saskatchewan Prince Edward Manitoba eno na omo provincial nominee programs no na ya hwe ebi wo kra omo ngi IELTS eno ansa wo de documents no ebekwa kogum na wa nominate na da kwaye express entry na emom hye ne so se express entry ni dem eyade a wo betre IELTS ansa na watumi ya nominate ebusua hye ne so ene no ebusua yemfa agro no enhye so ene express entry overview ede Canada express entry bebre na etiemi ankomo benya na ankomo akọ Canada omone omoyire ene omoma na omanya adwuma nkrata no krayo mu ahodo bebre eyade a Canada ewo the temporary ones ebi ni LMI ebi ene eno employer specific work permit ena ebi ye open work permit so obi ko school obi ye adwuma na ode ne hokafo eko eyade ne hokafo no emenya the open work permit ena afi nso kra no obi akọ school awie no eyade a Canada ema no the postgraduate work permit, right? The PGWP. Ebusua ni nyina the temporary types of work permit. Nemum, your permanent ones afebod ye why ebusua de mawa. Enya de ebewu permanent resident Canada. Eno na agent for the dada nkrofo se yekoji PR amount. Enso na nkrofo kra qualify. Ebi any piloting, ebi ni express entry, ena ebi any provincial nominee program. Na ene express entry eho enkomo ena yetwetwe mede wo wura website ne so na mene wo nyina akenkan bi o see express entry no online system bi a ode manage the application from skilled workers na chese mo a mo ye adwuma na mo skills ena mo betimi ewura express entry ne mu eti wo tie mi na wo ye adwuma a wo ye skilled worker ene na express entry no ekoma na ye besua the different types no ebusua ye wo mu ahodo miensa na omode baako bi abeka ho ama na ye nan na baako no ode ne ho de na emom utimi de ne ho ebebata we eti express entry na kasa de eye miensa na emom program bi ewo ho a utimi de bebata ho. The first one the Canadian experience class express entry ebusua sa express entry we ekoma wo mo a omakotra Canada na omo work experience ewo Canada at least 3 years. It is a wakotena Canada. Now, what 3 years of working experience ewo Canada hodia, then you qualify for the Canadian experience class. Dientia or the way eba ye NSA. Ye wo ebi mu wo ho a omakotena Canada province ni bi wo ho a province a et say Ghana nke beka say region. Aha, US beka say state. Na UK aka say county. Canada say province. Eti province ni bi wo Canada okotena ho a ebi o just otena 5 years asana wadru PR. Ebi onso akotena te say BC British Columbia say just say 2 years ni 3 years kwa be qualify. Saskatchewan mono mani ade mu nyina sa province no obia ewo years a wobetena ye adwuma ansa na watimi adru PR. Na omo de ewa pa no the 5 years people no eya na aban ni hu ni se eyesisie esan se nipa na metena was 5 years ansa na wadu PR. It is would do 3 years now register express entry through the Canadian experience class na eya de undru 5 years ni de but aban no ebema wo PR. Let's just say where you so express entry no e de again no PR. It way ekoma omo amote Canada now omo 3 years of working experience omo enya the Canadian experience class express entry. Ebusia the second one ekoma wo bia o tie me eye for Canadian and foreign experience. It is for skilled workers with foreign or Canadian work experience. It way there who Canada experience so who Ghana experience so who UK experience so who Dubai experience so foreign work experience. Munina, you all qualify. It to know your friend of the Federal Skilled Worker Program Express Entry. The Federal Skilled Worker Program Express Entry. Enti se o kona ko register bi na ye bisa o say under express entry no de he na wo select a ebusua wo tie mi a select the Federal Skilled Worker Program Express Entry. Amanfo me kan se me be express entry ne no na amanfo adwene o mo say ene ya ye be application na bi menya de sa wonti ase a e de na ye application ne na okona ye bisa se de he na wo pekra be de hu de wo select enu nti na yesua de no sa ansa na ye be application no na ma hwe hunu se wo bia ti express entry na se documents ni bibia e ya de amu nyina mote ase ebusua ye wie eno a the third one the Federal Skilled Trade Program. Federal Skilled Trade Program eno enkrofo a womo wo Ghana wo ba bia wutie me na wo trade certificate and a trade skill qualification in a trade skilled trade. It is for skilled workers who are qualified in a skilled trade. Na one who say one problem on my Ghana ye wanna say ye won crofo a ye train wo mo ye ka skilled trader e wo Canada e bi ni carpentry e bi ni welder e bi ni machinist e bi ni forklift for excavator for hairdresser for cook for ade a Ghana ye mbu no sa vocational and technical trainees no wo ne na ye the skilled trades no enti enye skilled work or trade ye ka trade right e wo se mote ase it is a skilled trade no se omo Canada uko school college na akoye sa skilled trade programs na ebi uwia ye ma the trade certificate na trade certificate no na no medemoko College of North Atlantic ye kwahwe omo schools no ma won say na omo trade programs no to say cook hair stylist any you know uwia no ma the red seal certificate and no match say it's a skilled certificate a trade certificate samo kaya enti one problem am wo ene say Ghana for bebre na e was skills no and the experience e be a plumber for e be a mason for but certificate ben and omde be prove certificate ben and omde be prove it was say you must have a valid job offer or certificate of qualification. It is for skilled workers who are qualified in a skilled trade. Number 2, you must have a job offer or certificate of qualification. Enti so when you be a job offer or Canada wa now koye express entry ni bi dia then I was a certificate of qualification. Enti say bia wako job bank na ono no or see oh we plumber we a work experience and a work now wa hwe bia we secondary school bi na wa fa wa ma offer then who here say ukwa show trade certificate bia name unko job bank enkonya job offer. Now, person ye express entry ni be direct without getting a job offer there. Then you need to show say me what trade certificate. And the hair stylist for hairdresser for mutimi, mu trade certificate ewa hen. As that trade certificate no, e was a year recognized by Canada. Not just say e was a year Ghanaian standard a binding the award do. And that is a question hairdresser ni we ya na madam no ama certificate of completion. Ewo ejoso o se Ghana jitum Ekufuado nim ho bia madam na mo Ekufuado amane se o graduate nti wako print certificate bi ewo cafe di amount enye no bi na yeka enye certificate of completion yet say we now what try a bino exams, state organized examination, near my certificate. And which in a Canada bino J Wayek etum wasino, sans a bino and organizing. And untina or more NVT another than a bino edutumuno. It would tear me name bibisa and your certificate and your certificate. No. It is a ultimate qualify for the third one there. Then for when he actually the second one. But no question say your man to be or more qualify no or for third one pay. What me for trade for one now one for the general skills. It was a second one no for skilled worker. And a third one no for skilled trade. It was skilled workers and it was skilled trade trade in a church room and no na thing. But our certificate I'll bet me the proof is our skilled trader. It is very, very I kind of say encouraging. And yebefa won temonso. Enti abusia, the 3 types of express entry and amedi ego no. It is a same one mutie no, ebi be qualify for miensa. Ebi be qualify for mienu, and obi onso abaako pe. The obi qualify for miensa, obi wo ho a or Canada ho no wo no, waye adwuma 3 years. Wasa kura koye apprenticeship programs be to say carpentry, any other adekra trade certificate Canadian college. It will be the first one or the second one. And also I was skilled worker program. I can't say skilled worker. To be register the skilled worker program. No? Right? Because I know a Canadian and foreign experience. It is training in a binding nominee every month. So nominee but 1 out of 3 now or qualify yebefano. Obizu team or 2 only Canada hunting there a can't say skilled worker program. And also I will trade certificate. It will be mean so as I nimi enunyina. It is a bino invite emu mienu na baako manta ebefano. Ba obi temi ane de the skilled worker program ne pe. Wono ni Canada 20 minya first one, otiminya third one, ne de second one, why skilled worker pe. It wono ne sano, wanye lucky na month of September, abino efa amfa skilled worker program na okofa trader yemfa no. Aye se manta abino ebefa skilled worker ne yafa na fra. Enu ntina ebi munya ne ntem na ebi nso da pool ni mu eche no. All right. Ebusia, yakofom a your baako bi wo ho your friend the provincial nominee program. Ebusia, provincial nominee program or de ne ho, but on de ne ho. And say your province bi ewo Canada omo no wo programs bi a omo de ato. Yeka province a medical culture say Ghana and Quebec as a region. Enti your Greater Accra region, Northern region, Central region Canada no omo wo provinces and territories. Enti provinces no ebi Saskatchewan, me can say Prince Edward no right, BC, British Columbia, and no sa niema no provinces no ebi mu ewo mu programs bia de tie say omo programs no o de o documents ekoma wo mu share work experience any educational background na oma nominate to it your friend no the provincial nominee program. Odo documents will be biakwa na oma nominate to. So your friend the provincial nominee program. Na sa program no province no okwa direct na nominate wa eyade otimeji adwuma nkrata ema ura Canada ho direct. Eba ne sana un show language ebi mokra wo ha wontre IELTS. But your province ni bi wo ho nso a omo nominate wa on person do beba obeka cho say go and register express entry na by na nkasa emma with the PR ne fabra. Enti eba ne sana ukoye bi na omo nominate wa unya 600 points e de koka wo express entry no na eyade a point na akosoro. Na said the beya mo beti ase e obi beka se na me point ankosoro no nso e fa ban no ho ben. Said the beya wo beti ase ni nti. Baby ayadri e wo se ye kohwe the round of invitation. Na che se every month bia aban no nomination aban ni ye na ye hwe nomination de na ne point esua ewom na ye wie na da ye beye CRS score no wo hwa wo de na wo point no enru de na ne de ware kra na then also who say you ought to go and look for a PNP aye the provincial nominee program. Ebusia ofa edrus we eyade a yenkwohwe the round of invitation na yenhwe de aban no ewo ekachire page ya me we ebusia ene wo hwe YouTube ho na video ya wo hwe me de link ni nyina agu ase 81st page na ekokan no link ne wo ho second page under the round of invitation and also link no me de aka ho page bia me read bia no me de link no aka ho a me pese tiefo nyina ekosua na ye nyina ye enimdifo. Ebusua round of invitation HSM month bia minister no the immigration minister ne aso ye no omoma the invitation. Ebusua yen share the round of invitation no. Or say minister no oyusu adie bi. Or say we rank the express entry candidate in the pool. Me try the procedure na me try mo pool no pool na kwa say swimming pool. Yako hotel na ye nyina yako gu nsuo nim na ye dware no. What is a swimming pool? Enti obi a wa register ni express entry. They said the American lottery buy ya obi akọ register ye no sa. Obi a buy register bia na de mu nyina gu pool mu. Na pool ni mu no na o ma hyehyɛ according to point. Eti we nye American lottery eno nti na enye lottery no. Eti na obi bisa me say American lottery ni express entry ni difference be na wom. Eye pe just say we no enye lottery. But all share aban no enhyehyɛ ne de express entry ni American lottery ni eye pe. Esan say America de no okwa owe adwuma nkrata o san so eye permanent resident. Canada de no so okwa owe adwuma nkrata o ye permanent resident. America de no o register with interest na wanya can say ya pick you. Canada de no the same thing o register ni ya pick you. America de no ye fe bi ejabi. Canada de no so ye fe bi ejabi enti eye pe. Nemom ekwan na Canada for efa so eyi omo de no eno na ema ne nye lottery esan se eno no wo hyehyɛ se we a point a 900 when you 890 when you 860 no hyehyɛ akopim de oil last person etimu nyina mo ye 2000 you all qualify but based on more ranking no e bia o person for 500 a obefa the first 500 na 1005 no mo da so go pool ni mu the next month no osaba befa e bia 300 the free mu a eno so saa na ade a ya na ema ebi che ayen form ne say instead sen kaban na fa 500 e bia mo ye 2000 na mo pool ni mu kaban na fa 500 na ka 1005 na wonim say next month de nke bedru me so no next month na obi so asa be register abeka ho bia ono no point na e wosoro it next month no when e betre no na masa ye 2000 biem ebi mo score esa wosoro it aban ne se be fa because of free automatically the score wosoro no asa be fa sa nkrofo no it wan so ya na wotim sa enu so da enu nti na wo so make sure o score e wosoro said the baby do so. What is in Kenya Sadia and Kobe far for Ubia? It's answer wa wo check eligibility no now omo generate a code be mount. Once out you generate code mount, it means say o qualify. It will be a qualify name because of point no and until na emma ebimu yen select ebimu. It will be good puni mubia you qualify name ubet da puni mwache. Because with them much as I say, oh, this month ya for me. It in next month bedroom so no. Some month no be so register. The score no e was rochen. It no asa beda stro. No asa beda stro. It ebusia yansha sade no so. And to say we rank the express entry candidate in a pool using a point-based system. And on your friend no, the CRS score, the comprehensive ranking system. Comprehensive ranking system. Eno na nasi di bo nyoma NDC ranking puri enyo na mahama me pato manye campaign mahama sa comprehensive ranking system no eno asem na meka the CRS score ebusia wasi about every 2 weeks biano eyade they invite people they to apply for a permanent residence during the round of invitation. Or see every 2 weeks, barely every 2 weeks, they invite the top candidate in the pool to apply for what? A permanent resident. One can more apply for visit. One can more apply for school. One can more apply for LMIO. Or say what? A permanent resident. And tisa wo Dubai na utieme na agent be so ye PR amawa and only permanent resident we're trying to short. A permanent resident we're trying to short. Now bisa won say do you qualify for the express entry? Also okoye PR na ma. And now a pilot in Nana, say pilot is a PR. Do you qualify for that? It mau send chere here and son abeko agent to awako. It will now qualify for express entry. You don't qualify for piloting. No catch say okoye PR ama say hey ko ni mo. Na me mu express entry me qualify, pilot me qualify, PR no emu dia he na akoya ama me. Because express entry say I was a mitre IELTS. I was a me JHS IELTS to come to mitre. Pilot is I was a culture IELTS. Mean to mitre the PR no e dey him be na akoya ama me. So Ghanaians, we need education before we start even process be education here papa. Ebusia, so that is it. You apply for the PR. abra ya invite to the round of invitation. So round of invitation no ena ye ba behwe. Wo hwe ahase wo kofom a one say every month bia it the month of August. Say ye hwe August 13th August or invite enipa eti abusamo hwe topic no ye wo date the round type eti say ye share type na wie enti isi amote ase invitation issued ayen Crawford do ye invite wom ena CRS score no the score ewo low. It is CRS score of a lowest rank candidate. Let's say candidates now more puni mono. Na ye far woman, the na score ewo from no chere. It is say in types in timoma yenhwe. Eti August 13th no type no okofa free provincial nominee for no. The last part once I'm catch you say type na ye train now the provincial nominee for na ka na 4. Eti the type the 4 no provincial nominee program no offer encrofo 763. Omo aye express entry omudi provincial nominee aka omo de ho no offer emu 763 13th of August last month. Na the na score ewo from A 690. Ebusa we kire wo say nipa na onya 690 no or ko check in score na the score no kra wo as low as 90 because provincial nominee nko ama 600 point. Enti 690 na nipa nya ye no na kire say ono ne kra de or check in CRS score no onya 90. Onya 90 because you invite you through provincial nominee pana or lowest 690. This is telling you say nipa no kra provincial nominee nko akra man 600 points. Into now provincial nominee dada into okoye wan fight for other points. And one is a partial okoye. So you see how simple it can be, but it is very, very complicated. Ebusia 14th, adiachi 14th. And also a invitee nipa 3,200 using the Canadian experience class. It way there a Canada for makotna ho aye juma 3 years said me chere mo no emu 3,200 no invite omo the na score L from Air 509 nipa ne score 509 ebusia me pese mo hu score no said be a check wo dia be hunu 15th August ade achi 15th we invite encrofo omo French once I catch us a language ewo ho na language no you prove English and French no aya na omo kwa some Quebec and some part of Canada omo ka French enti aya na omo no ye omo selection separate ye for omo fra said be ye be pursue omo nyina akoda area enti every month be at least we invite French for so eka ho different batch enti French for no omo te French no omo ye enipa 2,000 we invite omo na French for no because say nkrofo ebre enye nti kra no de na score otwa 394 we nya 400 kra ye fa no enti French for no de bia behwe no obi kra nya low score kra na afa no because nkrofo mu egu pool ni mu no a omo kra French certificate no omo no so eti de na score ewo from 394 eti wutie mi na betima akotwe French exams ti say TCF test evaluation du français ana say sorry TCF test conversation du français and a TEF test evaluation du français emu ba ku bia timi kotwe sa exams na ebusia eno so ebetimi aboa ma mo ye French ewo university ni secondary school na mo te French no mo try some kotwe the TCF exams and a TEF exams instead of IELTS monko kire French no say what French obi okra wo kire otiem we teacher ni o kire French ewo JHS o kire French wo SHS we teacher wo otiem ubetimi akotwe exams na pass it. I think that at that time, see a TCF. Is it TCF or TEF? Size them cinema back or more languages. Or UCC no. Almost French no more. They write that exams and they have certificate on it. And to TM now ko UCC and winning ba okoye education languages. Now oye French now was our exams no. Either the TCF or TF exams are don't go and write IELTS. But I checked fine. 2 years I was a spy. It is a why we fresh up. But a child quadruple for. What trade be that? It is a control for. Said the IOT near spy and also it is spy. All right. Now, and a year 15th of August, and we invite Enipa 2,000. 26th August, we invite Enipa 1,121. And also through provincial nominee program. And also the another score ever for me 694. In Tabusia, me assure say you take a score crane a register provincial nominee program. Now you nominate near the Beka Hua. Man Tibu be fire. Because you 600 point near the Beka Hua be cry and then Metaki Emmanuel Abekandie, no one 200. No acquire provincial nominee, no one 800. And can we Yabefano. because your phone will be a 694. You man abekanya 800 I am fano. Yeah, befano. My millicent, the other millicent, and your provincial nominee when you're 600 point. Now, on one cassa checking it, they were or 300 or they can't 900. Ah, yeah, befano cra. Interbushia, I was say, you who say, you bet to me, I nimi and nuna, not in your nomination, I beka home. The 27th was I invited Canadian experience class Nebium or Momote Canada. Was I invited Nipa 3,300. And I then score our form a 509. And a provincial nominee September 9th. And then a 10th. Eti Enrada were invited in Nipa 911. We cried and cast up a mention channel. Na me yes August. Sisi no mabditi portal because Enra ni ho. Eti September 9th. Enra utie me. Enra ya my invitation. Nipa 911. Yesi omumra emeje I can say PR what Canada usu tena ho enkoye biada emra wansi mesua na efa bi ntutumada na tena ho neta propro ntumem ebusua yekofom a July eti ohwa August no yekeka figures ne boma August no na over 10,000 3,000 plus 3,200 plus 2,000 plus 1,100 plus 700 okeka boma ebro 10,000. Now July de okeka boma ebro 25,000. July we invite 2nd July or provincial nominee for 920. The non score air 739. And a trade occupation. Once a year type on me catch us a trade for no so trade for no so invite 1,800. And also the non score from air 436. It was a Usha Sankro will be crank or PMP because 436 there. Now you say a CRS score nana or my dear because PMP inquiry 600 point. What is it? 5th July, we invited 3,750 to a more healthcare occupations. It is skilled workers for no. Was selected a more bet my juma or healthcare. A nurse for healthcare assistant for a doctor for laboratory technician for nutritionist for dear ben for a TNO group anti healthcare for no of 3,750. The non score L from a 445. It took us a mature express entry, bear match, and a nurse for ATM, physician assistant for ATM, laboratory technician for register, and an ankamo score, a bear 350, and a Kamoko provincial nominee, and ya 600 point to count when I bear 900, and the month of July, or Fenipa 3,700, or Bikrania 445, Okobi, it in Kawunya 900 and Kaukobi. And Kaukobi UTM, and na any provincial nominee program, Kwana, a mile point to crossroad. So what mean ya piloting offer letter krana? Sorry, unya offer letter or job bank to say LMI and not any offer letter even without the LMI. So unya job offer a increase point. Unya LMI eto job offer and so as our point for. It is so many ways crowd me the increase point. Ebo okramo ye nipa mi no utimi kaw de ebom. It is set tips and this. Me ya nurse, ma twa me IELTS, ma call register, me nya 380. Then Millicent Wowe, ne ho of kama, my friend Millie. Oh, yeah, there was me a midwife. Watch your ayat, Miss Oceane. O person, yeah, express entry. O register, what they say. Was Miss 350, Miss Millie. Yan can you be a mum? Was it your Ben saying, Miss Okay, may I say, oh, yeah, my wife. Because ultimately, was spouse, a cajon. Was it, hey, now, sir, my warrior, Missy Way, a Juman crata, in tea, your Ben marriage certificate, not to keke. Was you okay, Mate? Me, na me the Millie, IELTS no. Eti obebisa or spouse no watre English language be na French me se watre IELTS also when you say na mabobo ashim na mama extra point was o wife no or degree and diploma me so diploma na eno so mama extra point also wife no why adwuma how many years 2 years and 5 years and 10 years Miss Millie why be 3 years na no so mama extra point it won't say millicent nko na mabenya be 50 e wono so it obi a me cheke na me wo e bia 430 no once a milli dear, I'm a 50, now my jump because 480. It think a 480 no, and ka time one. Almost 5 healthcare occupation no, nka 480 no ke be fa me. Ye fa me a because a milli eye my wife into me kwa me de nebe ko. Na nkwada bi omo mbi ide akọ. So that is another strategy. That is another strategy. It is about ebusuafo me enu credit me. No my yawari and krata omo prove marriage certificate. That's all. Ebusia F July Osafa enipa 3,200 and we are French for and also the score L from A 420. 16th July of our provincial nominee for And also the another score L from A 6,970. Offer nipa 1,391 invitation kwa buy no MI. Now 17th July offer enipa 6,300. Omo makotena Canada, Canadian experience class, or more experience or Canada. Offer emu 3,000, 6,300. So mumbeji PR. And a face 18th offer French for and also 1,800. The non score from F400. And a 30th July offer provincial nominee program for BIM and also 964 and also 686. And 31st offer Canadian for no 5,000. There's a Canada and Crofono or me ma bebrina PR. Etiabusia July so Oshemwa eya and Crofwa offer wo munyina na 25,000 over. Ebusia month ni bi wo ho a enye Canada for nkwa ye month bi te say June say ofokose wo general also trade general say no general ne ye adwuma bia obi aye eti ebusia ma wa bemu musa de ntina Messi offer Canada French for na offer Canadian for na offer health occupation enya enti month ni enti na bi wo ha e wo se wonya abotre na woda pu ni mu be 3 or 4 months because month bia ne pro express entry no category crowd offer. It one say April say offer general enipa 2,000 every general ne say obia and even April 11th offer STEM occupation science technology engineering mathematics for STEM occupations no offer also 4,500 and 10 for crano was offer general for 1,200. It can April say and can crofo the deeper or March say offer general for March say offer transport or mom truck drivers near the ade. Enti sa otimi eboni tim say oh me fa general occupation and I say I feel them me fa transport occupation and I me fa health occupation and I me fa language in a French for and I made them me per STEM this month this week and I me per provincial nominee and I me per Canadian experience class. Enti na month no on fa mbomu no offer no weekly by weekly by week bia any category or pese offer. Eti ni nyina ne say o hwe se o point no e wo soro. Eti ada ebefa category no pa no when your invitation then what destiny na change because obi a wa approach and meti UK ase nyina no me indefinite na mehwehwe se menya fe bon krata eti obi a okwa approach re bia na me pevisa onya koduru o pen krata onya krata ne wi a o sa ep afe bon krata eti approach re ekon no enye se wo Ghana nko ope visa urem asa kope adwuma nkrata onya adwuma nkrata afei na o sa ekope PR nemom express entry dem wenya de udi urem asa nya adwuma nkrata asa enya PR the same time eto de ebo baako akum enoma miensa odi LMI na ekwa odi bo baako akum enoma mienu esan se wenya de udi ebe urem asa nya adwuma nkrata but ukura PR uwo eniema miensa shenezo. Ebusia obisi can you apply for different category? No, apply almost share qualification also obebusa eligibility questions. Why you juma or Canada? Why you say it is system na any category awoda. It enya wona obeye. What you say? System na any category awoda. Eti aya na wahye so. Now the third one I bedi nkomo afa ho eligibility. Ebusia ye ka eligibility a de ade. Obi eligible wa wutie me o sefata so betima register biana eno ene ye frɛ no eligibility na eligibility no ɛdeɛ niema na ekika bom a omutumi wo sɛ ya disqualify obi ya ma obi aye eligible. The other time I made a video express entry obi be comment or TikTok say tips me ye me de omo say my fairly eligibility and as I don't qualify and I me comment say yes it's because you failed eligibility. Me be tell strategy bia ubetimi dey answer some of the questions are obey eligible. Not so because of strategy, you know, if you don't have some of any amount of the now, what to make a could if someone says, oh, yeah, now and yet the or back say you don't qualify. Eligibility. Find out if you are eligible. Do you want to come to Canada as a skilled immigrant? Do you want to live in Canada permanently and work in a skilled job? Question no, no. It will be so. Why would me TikTok for YouTube for? Or say, do you want to live in Canada permanently? Yes or no? Do you also want to work in a skilled job? Yes or no? Eti uji unhudi dia and you say and some misaya e was we obisa ye ano. Or see, answer a few questions to find out if you are able to apply under the express entry. Or see, it will take about 10 to 15 minutes to fill the form. Number 1, you'll be asked about your nationality. Ufri, hey, or my bemu, sa or my no crano, or more qualifies some express entry ni biana. Enti ye free or my kunkuno Ghana, ama Ghana, Ekufuado ye president, nanado, enti ye qualify. Ebusunya u age, what the fear say? Nano no be bisam say age no ya limit na. Ye shada any limit that, but when you ni bebrea, ayana u age no a point no esote. It is a way bebunu 20 years to 40 years more or dear. Ayana wo point no was rochen will be already 40 years. Eko it's answers any panel. Ye the juma cement bag me as one untimenswa. Ebusunya entisana yana 20 age no and disqualify with name age no it me increase point and I say be decrease or point no. Language ability. What the brofokasa and out the French. And yet to say we are rich contomiro. What the document I would prove it. It may tips and yes, mechanic brofwa. Brofwa exams bang na medibe prove a binding jitum. Brofwa binding jitum IELTS. PT call and a self pip as sa on G you can say wasi say my pass English on G English proficiency letter muntie ni ye on G English proficiency letter uko school Oxford Korana ko English proficiency letter on G wasi say what the brofo tie ni ye ena onje you can say ethics mama ba UK na mo say me the ethics na ba UK no onje ethics brofo a woje IELTS ena exams ba ko Pearson for na organize your friend no the PTE call sa exams no so ojitum ena fe so the CELPIP the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program CELPIP ade a oje sa brofo no so etum ena mo amote French na anything na why na language ability. So the language is English or French. Because Canada have 2 languages, English and French. Now, more French, so Oji exams are your friend. The TCF and a TEF, Test Evaluation de Français. TEF and a Test Convergence du Français, TCF. So, who was our exams in the bakwa? Dia or beji. Ebusha French in the Ayana Meshada and pronouncing the year. But as I trying to me pronouncing English pronunciation, no. But mama to French no mo fan cheme why but some money pronunciation ai moye jima pe manko yebi. Now family members na ota ebisa say o abusuani bi e Canada say o abusuani wo Canada eno etumi increase o point abusuani enche se chenchena e wo say your mama o papa eti abusuani no ebetimi ayo auntie ebetimi ayo friend ebetimi ayo bibia enti abusua uni obi o Canada kura ho select yes me o abusuani o Canada edru ho a ubenya obi o Canada e de na address aye because express entry na ankasa no o kwa uni baabi akwa akotena enti yero mo person ka okwa ukoso obi so eti udi nipa na address akwa tise mo ana mo ye British army no good udi nipa na address no e formality okwa anye nipa nche na akotena ba de ne ye o process no you get it. So you need to have a family member in Canada ebeboa. Now education. What's it? Can you write all 3 exams and use them to apply? No, you can write English and write French, and that will give you additional points. It will try IELTS. Ubet me the IELTS and the pen aye. Untime fast CELPIP any PT corning yet. But ubet me try English. They say IELTS. No, I could try French in the abako TCF. It will be also English. No, I will bash him. No, I said French. Now, no, so I will bash him. French never ma different point. English never ma different point. But I want to try English me, you know. Sounds want to try French me, you know. It Zit TV Shannon so. All right. Now, family members no matter where you education. What go school edru same? Ebusuya on G secondary school, on G JHS, on G primary, or G free above secondary school. It will be a secondary school. No, why a certificate be akahuana? Ebi akoye certificate in nursing. Certificate in IT after our secondary school no wako college be training college be akwa certificate anase mpo wako bo diploma anase mpo why your degree anase mpo why your masters and I would tell me why your PhD munyina. So above secondary school, post secondary and a oje into secondary na nkasi the onje I just a post secondary certificate educational qualification and no it would tell me now last point or last chance secondary school dia ena misro fa wani ekochere pilot esanse pilot and or just secondary school and also PR it for wani kwachere pilot no ebusua work experience and also obebisa o why adwuma o Canada na so why adwuma o Canada e wo pointed dem o na wasa bisa wasa adwuma e wo foreign country ti say Ghana UK ni adade so why adwuma e wo outside Canada and also ma point enti se wo why adwuma o Ghana nko ara wo adwuma o Canada wo benya Ghana point ne pe it work experience so e so point no what the calculate ebusua only work experience are unqualified but disqualify you should have a work experience either in Canada or outside Canada or both it would the kai be watch or Ghana sana says wako Canada and I say why you be 6 months na there ebusua and also you can say extra points available funds sika bank statement yes express entry we hear a bank statement because we need job offer one ko pay adwuma wa job bank wako register express entry na buy na ma wa adwuma nkrata eti afei na woko hwehwe adwuma e Canada wo nkrata wo de ko hwehwe adwuma eti wo koduru Canada ho a aban ne pese wo hunu se wo benye sika ha dan enya bi ato aduane edi abra wo ya wo job search no eti you need to prove a bank statement available funds. Now details on any job offer. Now job offer no enya compulsory but then no se owo bia etumi ema extra score say dem kan ebi ni PMP ebi ni LMI unya bia utimi koto express entry so say oh menya LMI wasn't can meko through a temporary right menya employer but my register express entry dada timi de koto so na mama aban na mama invitation na mako so owo bi sa de a utimi de to so na no so ama who details but eno uni bio and it doesn't disqualify. Are they disqualify your work experience, education, language, and a family members? It is a work of fellow there. No, beside what language ni be? What's it there be only language? English uni be, French uni be, or better disqualify. It's all your eligibility now. There was a way and say, what selected language be our then obey beside say IELTS no, almost score saying, and I'll best score saying, which I best score saying, then what they are. Now what Tremika control IELTS no. Now, IELTS qualification, express entry, no, your friend be the CLB. CLB, no, express entry, or 5 and 6. One is CLB 4. So said, yeah, we and just a I can say IELTS or score 5.5 and above. Now it's a 6. It's reading, obey score 6, listening 6, writing 6, speaking 6 or above. Oko score be to say 4 now, they just call piloting. Because piloting or just CLB 4. Express entry or just CLB 5 and 6. Etimation so. Ebusia, I think say your real eligibility no. Enti ha say utimi check wo eligibility. Me ba be yin konya kakra bi ye kache kakra bi akere mo. Na ma hwese say tips and this and can make qualifier. Enti also check your eligibility. Eya ade a maboso. Na adenti na ade no ayesa. Wa me refresh it. Okay. So check your eligibility. Also find out if you are eligible. Etu obebi some ensemfwa bia miria obeka chem say I am qualified or disqualified. Ebusa say qualifier obe generate code bi amount. Sa code no and na we dey be register with express entry profile. Enti eligibility no monhwe ni ye. Ada ye be express entry profile no yesa be eligibility questions no answer na yesa ye but ene me because it's part of mencherechire. Now, Sheniye na also drew what me acquire eligibility nibi. Obebi sao, or say, if you don't know yet, choose the province or territory you are most interested in. Which province do you live in Canada? Menti bebia, intimate chusu bebia me pesa meko. So I want to go Manitoba. And I say ben pesa meko Alberta. And British Columbia, and New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Nova Scotia, and I say Ontario, right? In terms of me choose Ontario, say a hona me pese meko. Now my bo next. Me bo next na will be some language. Language, but you need to submit a language test. One can say language proficiency. What's it test? Exams, results. So submit a language test results for all programs under the express entry. If English or French is your I can say it will be so. Make your selection. emu dia he on say languages no na no, but because of me stream yard na me use no ntimu options no, so me select bia one after the other na mahu language or accept it. To number 1 or accept IELTS eno na mahu say e show no or say accept CELPIP, the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, CELPIP, or say accept TEF, Test Evaluation du Français, eno French, or say accept TCF, Test Conversance du Français, eno French, eno accept the Pearson, the PTE core. It one exams I was select or accept 5. Emu mienu French, and emu miensa English. It is a say IELTS, and I met me attra. My select is the IELTS, and I may walk. Now I born next. Now I click next in so. Now I be some IELTS no, me treno year bang. Into me fan say, me train media 2023. At 2023 no, now my select month bang, fancy me train June. Day bang, me train 7th June 2023. Okay. Na wabisa me, what's the score? Enter the score for speaking. It means speaking, mfase minya 7.5. Listening, minya 8.0. Now reading, minya 7. And I'm say writing, minya 7.5. Now, because of sadie we say ninti, once uria what me about score no ego, na wako next. Na oko next no ebisa. Do you have any other languages? And utina na mini ano ebisa me say, ubet language bebre na me can say French or English, because or see any other language one can say do you have another test from English, any other language it where the can French English there, then you have to proceed to French. It any other language, you know, and also selection, you know, now my coach use ebia TEF and TCF, test conversance du français, right? But men select here no, because men fa I know me met my treba ko penti me select none. I don't have. Ada ye be eligibility na nkasa no ye be languages no na obia timi ehunu ne de. Eti I have me try language bia IELTS ne pe. Ti me select none. Na makon next. Ma mo eja comment e wo YouTube no. Mo nya abotre ade me wi I will answer you guys. Minim say IELTS no questions na mo bisa. Now I see in the last 3 years, how many skilled work experience do you have in Canada? Why you juma Canada na there be me to UK me nya bi ntima select none. Me nya bi da. I see during this period, which tier NOC me catch them say ye besua NOC no enti na me catch us da ye be ye calculate no express entry part 3 no e ya de a ye be ye eligibility no foforo before ye be do part 3 no ye part 2 a e ho ye besua NOC, because you need your NOC. Enti NOC ni what tier 0 to tier 5 I was a me kire mu ni nyina, so I say which tier and I will shame. All right, if you don't have any Canadian work experience, then I also choose none. Enti se men kamaye djuma o Canada da aka me choose either tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 or se na me kan no, right? But me nya bi da nti e ho nso me choose none of the above. Enti me kire mu tier no ama mo Canada no motime hu mo occupation a mo. All right, now know about next. About next na afi wabisa in the last 10 years, how many skilled experience do you have? It must be a continuous paid full-time or equal to the amount in part-time in only one occupation required. The last 10 years, adwuma ben away how many years experience and away. No, was a continuous. It will show, oh, the last 10 years there, my nurse, na nurse no, my adwuma ewa Joshua Government Hospital. Sa be 6 years. Nature say, masalati 6 years or more. Ubetumi so, oh, 4 to 5 years. Oh, me my adwuma 2 to 3 years. Oh, me my adwuma 1 year. Oh, me kwam start here less than 1 year. It's less than versus 6 months bia. It me my adwuma 6 years or more. Masalati ebusa kwa select wo de na ehwe. If you are not sure of the NOC, right, then ubetumi akọ page no so na wa select. Enti anono mechire mo obia NOC nti was in the last 5 years. First one year no na Canada asem na obisa. But this page no obia was skilled work experience bia wo. It can be in Ghana, it can be in Canada. All right, it was a way we last 5 years experience. First was it 10 years, but was it 5 years. It took 10 years in the last 5 years. That means 2019 eba adwuma na wo ye code ben. It will be nessa. We call Mr. Code no. And to was code ni you don't qualify. It was say, do you have at least 2 years of experience in one of the following trade occupations, right? Occupational code says 200 and occupational code between I can say beginning 72, 73, and you say, except code beginning with at occupational trade for no. I can say trade occupations for no. To say plumbing for near the no. And no match them, omo code no, obeshe. It will show code no. Now what the and beginning with 7266 or 923 and no pay was it except occupations beginning. It occupation do a beginning 726 and a 932. It is a wajuma a beginning. You don't have to select a honorable selecting none of the above. But in Kabia, may a juma bia a share trade certificate in more a beginning. Me can say 6200 and 72 73 82 83 92 93. Then there was a mayor NSM. Me select either my ejuma 2 years or more. It me fancy me juma me ye wahana me select 6 years no. Me say juma no e occupation ni mu na e bro 2 years my year 2 years and then I'll select 2 years or more. Na ma next. Oko next enti mo beti we na se pa ye je se ewie NOC, ewie CRS kwa ansa na ma tiase. Abusia uwia obebisa say do you have certificate of qualification from Canada province or territory? Enti eno na me kan trade in your skill trade. So qualification no once na me ye no me ka kire mo say ebi mo ya carpenter for, ebi mo ya amazing for, obi beka say mo NVTI. But the question is, was it from Canada? Do you have certificate of qualification from Canada province or territory in your skill trade? It was skill trade now so one. Do you have certificate from Canada? Enti and I'm a mun na Ghana for no, a carpenter for near for no. Monko register under the skilled worker instead of the skilled trade. Monshanenso. Ebusia na enonso aye. Enti senkano dia anka meko back one anka meko backa. Se meko backa anka ayi baako na me no NOC na no obisa for trade no eno be more Canada more that experience, right? Into honka was select none of the above. All right, because your Ghana need to be provided trade certificate. It have missing no, I cannot provide. I don't have certificate for that trade. No matter next. All right. How much money in Canadian dollars can you bring to Canada required? Now sikano tie obebi sa say sika ben e na wo de ba Canada. Now shane so say sika no enya de obeji. Sika no enya de obeji e ya de obe show bank statement. Enti e was wo select sika emu odu kakra because ohwe na sika ni munye du a obetima disqualify o. Ena ejina family member odi omoko. Se wonko na wokọ a sika wo so de ko e different from obi a o se odi nikunu ene ne ma eko. Eti obisa wo, how many family members do you have? Na ade omobeba. Eti sika na be select no dwi hu yi. Eti sika no wa groupi or less than 14,690 Canadian dollars. Was it not enough settlement fund? Let's say not enough. It is a one na okwa betima chusu between 14,000 to I can say 18,000. Between 14,000 to 18,000. Now we maybe say it is. Me select says ka we are edru ha meden ai eho ye nyankoma de. The tiane say obeko obi a o say sika no na wa deposit to account na de akoye express and through ya no we yama because they don't take the money but they take the bank statement into be nyankoma de. Enti you just have to select money. Etimaza o ye onkwa na okwa you can select as low as this. But others one also 18,000 to 22,000 or 22,000 to 27 or 27 to 30. It is kind of a group. It abusia udru hona select baby wo esafata o ejina wo ma ene nkrofo do adeko. Nti ebia I can provide 27,000 Canadian dollars, right? 27,000 Canadian dollars. All right. Now that is approximately 3 billion. It is a 3 billion. Na mini says ikanona obi mekwa kwa nyankoma de na nipa ne se obeje me 5% out of 3 billion. That means I have to show 15,000. Me drive 15,000 na nipa ne de 3 billion na mame because 10% is 30,000 out of 300,000. Ti abusia me pay 3 billion. Me pay 300,000 dey bank city makwaje me express entry akọ. Obi se obi but nyankoma de into obeje o percentage. Now that percentage you know okwa then you see na ebia also 5% na say you just pay 15,000 per, right? And to select sika ebe qualify based of enkrofo a wode omoko. How many family members do you have? Men kwa na meko 1. Oh, there be me name my wife na eko 2. Oh, there be me name my wife and me baba ako 3. Oh, me ne me wife and me mam you 4. Oh, me ne me wife and me mam miensa 5. Me pacha o me papa enka ho. Nuclear family, your spouse and your kids. Inti ejina. Now o select here, make sure say sika no select no. It's reasonable enough to cater for you people going to Canada. And sika ni nyina so ohwe mo plane ticket ni adade nyina otete ni nyina frame. Edan ya mo ba behind any adade nyina otete ni nyina frame. So I was like 2. Me ne my wife and na echo because you could do who meet my family ba ako. Now next, do you have a valid job offer in Canada? Oh, LMI be with it so. Dabi, I don't have. No, I don't have. Next, date of birth. NT me fan say me 19 kojo ho ho. Me ebia September na ebia a year my salary. Now, what is your highest level of education for which you earn a Canadian degree, diploma, or have had educational, can I say, credential assessment, right, from approved agency? If you did not earn a Canadian degree, diploma, you may need a foreign education assessed by an agency approved by the Immigration of Canada. They must show that it is valid. It will be say, oh, degree, diploma, or certificate. Work Canada, and I said, so who's schooling outside that? Then I was aware the educational credential assessment. And over here from an approved organization. It be a West evaluation. We was be about West evaluation. And because certificate no, and free Canada ninti. And until I be prove the West evaluation. Shannon so. Enti obebisa na eho was selected abia. Eti eho selected or started from none. That is less than secondary school. Ebusa selected no be disqualify. Maka show say express entry. It is from post-secondary. But oko option, my options be brewum. It enkasa tips. Na say secondary school option wum ti. Na say me qualify or be disqualify. None. Che say oma omuni secondary school kura. Na fi wabisa high school diploma. And that's a secondary school diploma. Ebusia then 1 year program at a international way. What selected way you be disqualify. The next one I ever qualify 1 year program at a university, college, trade or technical school. More after secondary school. My technical courses be. And I work certificate, 1 year certificate be. Maybe I a certificate in IT, certificate in nursing. 1 year be right from a college, training college, and a university. When you number select and it will qualify you. And if free here could be a double select ever qualify. A 2 year program from a university, college, or trade. More also after secondary school. Mokoye 2 year program. They said nursing training from certificate in nursing. We 2 years meboa. And say a hormone select is animal. Right? Then the next one, a bachelor degree or 3 years or more program in a university, college, or a diploma for any degree for mom degree. Any mom 3 year diploma from a university or college or trade or technical. Mom after secondary school, wakoye 3 years technical year. Ube select no. Wakoye 3 year diploma. Wakoye 4 year degree. Mom select this category. Now, 2 or more certificates, diploma or degree. Entebia, who diploma, SI or degree, and our degree munu, and our degree any year. Then you select 2 or more certificates, diploma or degree. What's it? One of them must be 3 years or more. It was a muba quintevia, who a diploma no. And we are 3 years, and was a degree as also. Eti what's another degree into 2 into all best select way say. Eti mention so. It will be our degree, but at once into another select the first one or best select way. And obu ha onya diploma and also your degree. It will not select 2 or more certificates. I will say one must be a 3-year program, right? 3 year or more. It diploma no be qualify we na degree no so abedaso. To be select 2 or more certificate. Now obisa master's degree, right? Into master's for mobile and I to PhD for so monso mediani. Into abusia category no obia any the obe select. Into do di wile mu na select. It me van say me more degree and I'm a diploma and I mean then I will select 2 year or more. And I'm more masters me select for so for instance, my select 2 year or more. Let's just say me diploma and a master degree then at also. Now next, or say click all that apply. Enti the applicable to you know what's selected. I have studied full-time in Canada more or 2 years. I am main clicking. I have 1 year of full work experience in Canada. I don't have it. I have a relative in Canada who is 18 years or above. So relative no, was he a citizen or permanent resident? Right? A citizen or permanent resident of Canada. And that relative, no, it should be my parent, a child, grandparent, grandchild, sibling, auntie, uncle, niece, nephew, you select one of them. Now, or selecting none of the above. For instance, let's select none of the above. Now, disqualify and undisqualify. Now, if you, because a permanent resident, most of you don't have relatives or more Canada or more PR and more citizen. So it will be very difficult. So if you're in that situation, let's say, or select none of the above, what will happen? Now, next. Marital status, yeah, to us. Monkai say, you're selecting none. You know, because you're eligible and you're now, marital status, why worry and now worry? Because I make say nipa two, and I'm a do more I am married. The fact is, I'm nipa two, no, say, because I'm married. If I'm divorced and I'm going with one of my child, still no make my select two. Now has my best select divorce. So me kuna wu, me a widowed, me wu, na me de me baba ne bako ne kwa. Nipa do na me wono, me select two, but I have marital status, me a widowed. Right? Common law, and never married or single, and so in this case study, Mr. Select is nipa two, so I am married, going with my wife. All right, next. Oh, I don't know network article. All right, also bisao, may married nitina obisa this question. Does your spouse or partner come to Canada with you? Or no one back Canada and my wife is obekobi. Is your wife a citizen or permanent resident in Canada? No. Yenyina ofri ejoso. Yenyina ena yeti ejoso. Ebusia yewia. Then next. Or say, has your spouse studied full-time in Canada? Mese what ejoso nso bisa misadi no. Has your spouse worked full-time in Canada? No, ninyina you no. Next. Has your spouse taken English language? And ebiana my wife, way ebusia wife take care, you know. Once I make a baby say, o wife bet me am point aka ho. Samo kaya eti eho so be ma point a wo ye wo de na eho na wo de be keka ho. Eti senka many milli e na e ya abomu a. Then eho so because a milli enso akotre exams no, then me de beka ho. Na milli so asama me point aka me de ho. But se me nkwa na me ye dia, then I will not add it. Enti fine, me so my wife akotre ayot ana on trebi so none. Enti my wife none. You fancy on trebi. Now next. I think so calculated the amount. I don't really know. Or see your results. To apply online, you will need a personal reference code. Not just me eligible. Eti abusia, unim obia or Canada or your permanent resident. You have to state it. But your express entry application obisa address or Canada. Because a one abeka kwasye. And yes, I was a booking hotel. Edit two ways so. Said the way visit away no. Sa pepe. And until the mammy cars, I said, was a winning mobile Canada. But question it, no say, Nipano ewo Canadian passport or a Canadian, and I say permanent. And no Ghana for me be Canada anymore, they not. It may select none, but I'm my. But o qualify we now we express entry na application na. Try and use obi address or Canada. So and yes, just bookie hotel accommodation. Say the visit ubuki hotel. Say the obi ko school or then accommodation in the BBIN. Sa pepe. It also involved. Hey, what's this section expired? All right. So process involved, we have 1 to 5. Stage 1 to 5. And to what would the first step is to fill out online application form. That is you creating the express entry profile. So you go there, then you create the express entry profile. But I was checking eligibility. Na a generate code amount. It will click it step 1 now. The fill out online form now. Ubonse what niema bebre ewa hase. Was if you want to come to Canada, I was a koda pool nimu. I was a score your rank niema invitation and no ya cheche nina. Step 1, I was also we eligible. And that we know number 1 no. Yes, our 3 steps be ewa hase. Now also I was always we eligible. We eligible la. Then I was away. Then eno yeah no. It will be so. After meeting all the eligibility requirements near that you end point ni bibiano through the CRS score no. Then after so now wako you can also use the tool. Now they are checking eligibility. Eno na ewa hasi ninti. I think say yeah eno area. Now we are then step number 2. You fill questionnaires. Questionnaires, no. Now you sign into your account and choose apply to come to Canada under start an application. Choose express entry under I do not have personal reference code. Choose express entry under I do not have a personal reference code. Entry mienu. Or say find out if you are eligible. Answer the few questions using online. The tool will give you a personal reference code. You will use this number to move information from your tool. And now find out if you are eligible. And now also fill out questionnaires in your secured account. And also sign in. What sign in then you what you apply to come to Canada. Now wako I do not have a personal code. Now I answer questions no. And also bet me who say we are eligible. It could be we can use the CRS tool and I say we no. By you use the first one in your code no. Now in your code no area. Now you about we say no. Create express entry profile and we are step number 2. Create express entry profile. Eti yakwa ye be create your profile no. Ye create your profile now. Obebi say your name maybe. Also follow the instructions to create an account. It said they will create IRCC account now. You create an account, then you enter your personal reference code when it prompts you. If only you have one, it is all be now what select it now about you can say code no edit show. Now if you enter your details, who enter with details are or see if you filled out the questionnaire, right? Or see if you are eligible, enter personal details to create a profile. And you now create a profile. To complete your profile, you need information from certain documents. A be for example, or language and our NOC, or job title and our job code. So language to say IELTS score no, who create profile no baby say IELTS no, what score say, what score 6, what score 4, what score 3, what score 2, no what score e. Etiabusia, usua we are please go and write the IELTS, get your scores, then come and create your profile. Who create your profile no area? Oh baby sao, and yes answer then you have to guess. No one making sure so but it is not the best. It is not the best. Go and write the exams, get the scores, then create your profile. Now about your NOC, National Occupation Classification, it is there. Job title, code, when you are able to be a job title, and job code, and NOC job title in the code nina, without that, you cannot create your profile. You may exist the profile anytime. Your information will be saved. You have 60 days to complete. It may say and then start it. But me drew IELTS no hono. Mentre IELTS. Enti ma close me profile no. Me close me profile no. I save ya to. But I have 60 days to submit. Enti within 60 days no. I want to call register IELTS. Etre etwa. Ede beto so. Select me IELTS ni me bia. Now me click it submit. Ebusia uwie enonso a now was submitted the express entry profile. Or see once you have filled your profile, you can submit it online. Based on information that you enter, you'll be eligible. You can choose the program you prefer when you create you can say your profile. See based on information on one kasa ebe figure which of the programs. I don't know BBC I will say, can you choose one or more of the programs? Why or say you can? Or say you can't choose the program you prefer when you you can't choose the program you prefer when you create the profile. It one more and the best select I can say program never kwama say be based on information or your Canadian experience class and I say who need trade it will share the federal skilled worker and I say who trade it will share the federal skilled trade and I say who crowd the prevention of me better so it will prevention of me no it will money best select but one kasa won't mean select it. All right, if you have any question be typing it. What's your questions relating to the yechere adia men pekra ne say o chira de na obi de o chere no na shi on the question be na ono aba na oba bi bisa asako. We don't do that on YouTube. This is an official video esto to forever and ever. Enti emfa kwesi bia ema. Where sa me bube fu papa. Mr. Mo. Let us be disciplined. A higher classroom. All right. Now next. The second one. What to do if you are in a pool? So ebusia or register who to you have 60 days. What to me what register who into the pool area within I can say other pool ni mono or point no and on now they'll be giving the invitations. So what to do once you wait in the pool? Who pool ni more? They all say or say while you wait in the pool, you get ready to be accepted. And to other pool ni mono they be an hour train. If we invite you to apply, you have 60 days to complete your application. Etisha nenso. Say, other pool ni muni nyinano, you get ready to accept invitation because we invite you. Also, another 60 days. That is about 2 months to complete the, I can say, the visa application. Inte hono enya express entry application biem. Ho the I can say visa application the permanent resident application form. Enti the person watch them nyina say preparation men obey because they see I register with them. Offer say extra bra. Who 60 days? One within 60 days now. Ashegu. It is that time. No, I was a build bank statement. Certificate be also be I was a ogada. Nina because a one now be uploaded or certificate no. Enti abra wanya invitation no. Okoye if I can say express entry no or fill application form now for the permanent resident a PR na eho obe uploaded the hard copy of every certificate you have. So you have to make sure say obe gathering in ato. It was it number 1, get your documents. So get your documents ready. Having your documents ready will make it easier to apply within that 60 days. Yes, of course. Because only bank statement, only why application next month we invite to no amount 60 days. Sefabra Canada, how can you apply for the PR and go when you don't have your bank statement and other stuff? And to them, they prepare bank statement in your name. Language test. I was also so say language test, and also it can take 2 years to expire. Was it they are valid 2 years? And it is a IELTS watch na say what da punimu ache be 6 months yen fra na wo IELTS ni ewu a what's okotire foforo. Or say your IELTS will expire, they should be tested again. And there was a testing ABM. Right? There was a testing ABM. All right. Now, police certificate. I was a idea because obeji. Find a job match. Or say you can start your job search by creating a job match account with Job Bank. And to call Job Bank now why a job match? It is very, very important. And no, you don't apply the jobs. What you do is you match yourself to the jobs. You catch the employer and say you have applied for express entry, and so these are your qualifications. Employers know match then they can match you for the job. In to Canada, now they'll just give you the offer and you do. And the person what say the way Canada and you just match yourself on the job bank. Now employers know at me a match. So the way it will be very easier for you, right? All right. Was it to do this, you will need the job seeker validation code you receive once you submit your profile. It will submit your express entry profile now. Unya code be you find the job seeker validation code. Into into you go. Job bank, sign up for job bank. Match them how to create a job bank account. Into click we are job bank. No create an account. Now I work job match under the job bank. I can't say job match or beside that code. Na amacho. Try to improve your score. You can also improve your score. The entire okasa say, obu oha, ne score no be 400. 400 no, ubetimi ada pool ni mu ache. Enti abra woda pool ni mu nyina no, then you are doing preparation to improve your score. Ebi ene say, ubetimi akọ job bank na wanya a job offer. So I see you can get a job offer by using a job bank, promoting yourself to employers using a private sector job boards. And also going to a provincial, right? Contacting provinces authorities, asking them to contact you through the provincial nominee. And to me, fan say, watch a score 400. What the punimu September, October, Now what's a train? Improve your score. And this time now we would provincial nominee program. Now they are got to so. Time no. Now we should LMI job offers. They. Now they are got to so. You can update your profile anytime. Now and also my score. Improve your language score. Obo cry out no the country be when you say near that day. Ubetimaza ko trebi no nya best 7 8. Now improve your score no. Improve your education. Obo ha no diploma. Or that's what try time now on the degree. After a degree certificate aba. You can just add it up. Now increase where you know. Gaining more work experience. Time away maybe now 2 years. You can increase your score. Abra was now maybe 3 years. This time around work for 3 years or more. Now I can update two profile. Say, oh, say I drew 3 years or more experience. So you can be doing that. So you can keep your profile up to date. That is why you can go there. So you must make sure the information stay true and accurate at all times. You must update your profile if situation changes. For example, if you start a new career, if you gain a new language test, you get married, and time away now so you're single. But you say, one also actually quickly you update your profile. Now you point home. Right? So you always have to update your profile. Or see, if we find out that you give us a false information, then they will refuse your application, right? And they bar you for 5 years from applying to Canada for any reason. It is a ban, 5 years. Round of invitation. You invite to what will happen? What's a round of invitation? We rank candidates in the pool base. You can say, now, when we hold express entry rounds, we choose the type of round we will hold. We decide the number of candidates we will invite and identify the highest ranking. Now, I'm going to invite them. They invite this candidate to apply for a permanent residency. Round of invitation, we hold a different types round of invitation throughout the year. The general round of invitation. And I the program specific. And I'm the category base. Right? Inti emumiensa ebia or the invite. Inti time I call round of invitation. You will say the general. Ebu also program based. They say otimika say ope Canadian experience class. And I say ope omo matre French. And I say ope omo ma say. And I category based ebia no. Ope omo matre French. Ope omo more healthcare. Ope omo more transport. It's a category based and all program based. And when there is 3 programs now you see. So that is how I'm invited. Now, once you get invited, your next one, number 4, respond to your invitation. You have 60 days to respond to the invitation. It was if we invite you to apply for permanent resident, you get a message in your account telling you which program you have been invited for and what to do next. You will need to show proof of information you gave us in your express entry profile. You will assess whether the information you submit in your application is different from what you submit in your profile. It's the one express entry profile anymore. Now we say where we degree apply for the permanent resident now. That same information is what you should use. So your visa now, visa application, information are there express entry, sign information. Anything I know culture say circumstances change here. Then I want to call express entry or now call update if circumstances change, go and update yourself. All right. Now, I say, if you find out you give us a false information, and one or kind was a repeat ewa, enti yen na afi ye invite ya. I say you just click here, then we apply for our PR. It will be an invitation, but just contact me. Then I'll come and do a video to coach you how can you do your PR. If it is just 1 or 2 people, then I can teach you one. But I will do a video how to do. But just say, your application, we need to enter some. We need some documents. The invitation documents to do. So without it, I cannot teach. So unless will be any invitation before I say you bet to me actually. All right. So I think that is that. Say open say. And to say if your personal situation changes, then you can also do. Then they will recalculate. Or see if your recalculated score is less than the lowest score, you should decline your invitation, right? Declination of invitation. All right. Ebusha yantuaso. The next one, what to do if you are not invited to apply? Say ochain na say why when your invitation. What trains are unya invitation? Or see, if you are not invited to apply 12 months, what submit it? Ebia September, what submit it? Now what 1 year, next year September, you are not invited, automatically be expire. Or see, you see this date in your account, into call or express into your account now. Who date to cry what the application? It is a 1 year invitation. I was yeah, sorry, yeah, 1 year invitation 12 months time, a be expire. Will profile not expire, it will be removed from the system. Then you will get a message in your account. You can still create a new profile. If your profile is about to expire, you can print out screenshot of your profile to make it easier to re-enter. Do not create a new profile until your existing profile expires. If you do, you will need to redraw your existing profile. It is about creating new profile. If you know why you be that or now person creating for then you need to redraw the first one. You need to redraw the existing profile. To redraw your profile, you have to sign into the account. Then you go to view application you have submitted, click redraw profile link, and after you click so then you use that to redraw. I say a warning. Now after you yes. Now what are you? If you don't submit a new profile, you can't mention express entry in your profiles or any job boards. Right? If you submit a new profile, you get a new express entry profile number and a job seeker verification code. Ebusia, this is the whole procedure. So step 1, you check eligibility score, blah 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 blah. Now they call register express entry. We are then other pull them what gather documents, bank statements, and this and the then the amount invitation then you respond to the invitation, you apply for your visa. Now if you are copying Canada. So this is the procedure, A to Z procedure of how to do. So now documents. That is our last discussion for today. Documents you will need. Documents you will need to apply for a permanent resident. Now, this is not documents you will need for the express entry. Document you will need to apply for so documents on your profile, any kind of documents on your profile, and send a amount invitation. You acquire documents for the PR. O profile no, or say you will need a passport or traveling document. Will be here. So language test results and also be here. Proof of educational credential assessment report. Enti ano ena obechero into click has ya no be bisame about na me new tab. No be bisame about a West evaluation near there no. Yes, I have click here ebechero I kind of say organizations have bit my evaluation or you need it. Right? If you want to get points when you are educated outside Canada, right? And as a skilled worker programs, you need to prove that educational credential. So you need it. Provincial nominee, if you have one. If you don't have, you're good to go. Job offer, if you have one. Proof of work experience in Ghana, and as a baby will be and a certificate of trade, if you have one. And a proof of funds. Also proof you say Sika. And also a very, very important. And no your profile. It doesn't mean the bank statement. You just prove. All right. Now, documents for application for a permanent residence. Documents for application for a permanent residence. Now, police certificate. At time when your police certificate, when your invitation, document out the visa, police report, proof of funds, a honor obey printed bank statement na ankasa at the IE. Birth certificate. If you are declaring dependent children. Use of the representative form if you hire a representative. So why when application not agent and a yemawa, I was agent FLA the use of the representative form. Common law union form. If you have declared your marital status as common law, it is a own area or chimpana. Ghana, you need a certificate, They don't accept it. Other countries accept it. In Ghana, it's either you are single or you are married. So all you need is your marriage certificate way. So you have to leave this. And yes, there are other countries, they feel the common law union form. And then if you're common law, but Ghana, it's either you're married or you're single and now you're divorced. So why a divorce not a court divorce I want home certificate. You have to prove divorce certificate. So we are widowed now or spouse, you can say death certificate of a spouse now we adoption certificate. So what they are be account now or adopted you need it. Other documents, Proof of relationship to a relative in Canada. If somebody is sponsoring you over there, right? Proof of relationship. A digital photos to confirm your identity. Then I know your Obetra passport pictures, right? Other names to confirm alias. Other name to confirm aliases. All right. Then authority to release personal information to a designated person. And also a time I will fill it form no person lawyer be untimi wura I also cinema was filling that form. And no a authority to release personal information. And some any other documents that you feel is relevant to your application. There's a letter of explanation. And I say BBS, no, you can also add that. It's you know your PR no. After say when your invitation, no, we PR no, and no, and I'll be here. So these are the documents you will need. At this point, let me answer questions related to whatever we did today under the express entry part 1.